Oh, hi everyone. How you doing? Happy Wednesday evening. We're in chapter 18, John C. Maxwell, the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader, becoming someone others want to follow. And so I'm so excited to come on and do this. Yesterday I missed coming on. I had other obligations, and so I didn't make it. But however, we're going to be talking about self-discipline. The first person you lead is you. And Plato, if he's a philosopher, he says the first and best victory is to conquer self. And then John Foster, who is an author, says a man without decision of character can never be said to belong to himself. He belongs to whatever can make captive of him. So you don't want to be captive of anything. You want to make sure that you are captive of yourself and not of others. And so, fleshing it out, Jerry Rice is a perfect example of power of self-discipline. No one achieves and sustains success without it. And no matter how gifted a leader is, his gifts will never reach their maximum potential without the application of self-discipline. Got to have self-discipline. It positions a leader to go to the highest level and a key to leadership that lasts. So if you want to become a leader for whom self-discipline is an asset, John Maxwell tells us to follow these points. Number one, develop and follow your priorities. So you got to develop your priorities and then follow them. Don't just develop them, talk about them, but never follow them. Because anyone who does what he must only when he is in the mood or when it's convenient isn't going to be successful. So in order to be successful, there are times, a lot of times, that it's going to be inconvenience. It's going to be inconvenient for you. But to be successful, you have to work through those inconvenient times. And it can't always be, well, I'm in a bad mood, I didn't do it. Remember your attitude. Gratitude. So remember, your attitude makes the difference as well. An attitude of gratitude. You have to have an attitude of wanting to get it done, of wanting to succeed. Because if you don't have an attitude to succeed, then you're going to allow your bad moods to keep you from pressing forward and to keep you from being successful. So nor will people respect and follow you. They're not going to follow you when you're in a bad mood and you just don't want to do it. Because then they're going to be like, we don't know what type of person they're going to be today. So someone once said to do important tasks, two things are necessary: a plan and not quite enough time. That's true. If you have a plan, it seems like we never have enough time in the day. But as a leader, you already have too little time. And that's very true, because a lot of times as a leader, you're being pulled in different directions, no matter what the hat you're wearing. So now all you need is a plan. So if you can determine what's really a priority and release yourself from something else, it's a lot easier to follow through on what's important. And that's the essence of self-discipline. Following through on what's important, setting your priorities. And then two, make a disciplined lifestyle your goal. You have to be disciplined. So you have to make it a life-changing goal. You have to make it something that you want your life to be changed. And so make it a lifestyle forever. That is just part of your lifestyle and nothing else. Like if you say, well, I'm just going to do it today, or I'm just going to do it in January, when people set New Year's resolutions and you're not going to do it any other time, then it's not going to work out for you. So in order to make sure that you meet your goal, it has to be a lifetime thing. And you have to make it part of your lifestyle. Part of your lifestyle, being disciplined. So learning about any highly disciplined person, such as Jerry Rice, should make you realize that to be successful, self-discipline can't be a one-time event. It has to become a lifestyle. One of the best ways to do that is to develop systems and routines, especially in areas crucial to your long-term growth and success. For example, because I continually write and speak, I read and file material for future use every day. And I didn't have a heart attack, but this is what he's saying here. Since his heart attack in December of 1998, he exercised every morning. It's not something I'll do just for a season. I do it every day for the rest of my life. And that's important. So for me, I exercise. It's like every day. I feel like I got to do something. Running, walking, cardio, but it's every day. It is a lifestyle for me. Reading, a lifestyle. Studying, a lifestyle. Writing, a lifestyle. So you have to make things a lifestyle for yourself. And you have to file material. I file material and go back to it. And it's like, okay, because I can always pull something out and be able to use that information when it's useful. So the thing is that we have to make things a lifestyle. So if you say that you're going to set a goal, but you never do anything about the goal you set, you never go walking, you never go bike riding, you never go running, you don't study, you don't read, how can that become a goal if you never implement it? You have to implement it. And people that say, I want to lose weight, you have to start doing something to lose weight. I want to eat better. Then you have to start doing something to eat better. So the thing is that you have to make it a lifestyle every single day. And you may take one day off, but at least 6 days a week. At least 6 days a week. But I say do it every day if you can. And then challenge your excuses. You got to challenge those excuses that we make, because a lot of us make excuses. We know we do. We're not perfect, but we got to challenge the excuses. If I make an excuse, I'm going to challenge why I made that excuse. Why am I making excuses to begin with? So develop a lifestyle of discipline. One of your first tasks must be to challenge and eliminate any tendency to make excuses. As French classical writer Francois La Rochefoucauld said, almost all our faults are more pardonable than the methods we think of to hide them. We got to stop hiding the reasons why we don't do anything. Stop hiding those excuses. And if you have several reasons why you can't be self-disciplined, realize that they are really just a bunch of excuses, all of which need to be challenged if you want to go to the next level as a leader. And then remove rewards until the job is done. You shouldn't be rewarded for things that you don't deserve to be rewarded for. No one needs to reward you just because. So we're going to remove the rewards until the job is done. So Arthur Mike Delaney wisely remarked, any business or industry that pays equal rewards to its goof-offs and its eager beavers sooner or later will find itself with more goof-offs than eager beavers. And that is so true. Sometimes you have people on your team that don't put in the effort and they're goof-offs, but yet and still, if a bonus comes around, they still are entitled to that same bonus. And one time I had a staff come and ask me that. But because I'm not the overseer of those bonuses, I really could not do anything about it, but I did bring it up in one of my leadership meetings. But the thing is like people do question people's other abilities when they're goofing off and they're not doing their job. Because again, rewards should be removed until the job is done. And a story is like, if you lack discipline, self-discipline, you may be in the habit of having dessert before eating your vegetables. And we've been trained that really we should eat our vegetables before we get dessert, right? A story illustrates the power of withholding rewards. An older couple had been at a campground for a couple of days when a family arrived at the site next to them. And as soon as their sport utility vehicle came to a stop, the couple and their 3 kids piled out. One child hurriedly unloaded ice chests, backpacks, and other items while the other 2 quickly put up tents. The site was ready in 15 minutes. The older couple was amazed. You folks sure do work great together, the elderly gentleman told the dad admiringly. You just need a system, replied the dad. Nobody goes to the bathroom until camp's set up. So if you have to go to the bathroom and you really have to go, better make sure you get that camp set up, because nobody's going to the bathroom until that camp is set up. And then number 5, stay focused on results. Anytime you concentrate on the difficulty of the work instead of its results or rewards, you're likely to become discouraged. Dwell on it too long and you'll develop a self-pity instead of a self-discipline attitude. When you start dwelling on something you can't get done or you feel like it's a challenge and you keep dwelling on it, eventually you're going to dwell in self-pity. We don't want self-pity. We want you to be empowered. We want you to be able to have that power to get it done. Have that drive, have that attitude. You don't want to have a victim mentality. So the next time you're facing a must do task and you're thinking of doing what's convenient instead of paying the price, change your focus. Count the benefits of doing what's right and then dive in. Don't forget about your benefits. Your benefits are awaiting you when you get the job done. There are benefits awaiting you. And then reflecting on it. Arthur H. Jackson Brown Jr. equipped. Talent without discipline is like an octopus on roller skates. Can you imagine an octopus on roller skates? Wow, I cannot even imagine that. An octopus trying to roller skate. And there's plenty of movement, but you never know if it's going to be forward, backwards, or sideways. If you know you have talent and you've seen a lot of motion but little concrete results, you may lack self-discipline. Yeah, you have a lot of talent and you've seen a lot of motion, but you're not getting results. Not the concrete results that you are expecting. Then you may need to reevaluate yourself and check yourself out for self-discipline. And look at last week's schedule. How much of your time did you devote to regular discipline activities? What did you set to do last week? And how much time did you set? And how much did you get done? Did you do anything to grow and improve yourself professionally? Did you engage in activities promoting good health? Did you dedicate part of your income to savings or investments? If you've been putting off those things, telling yourself that you will do them later, you may need to work on your self-discipline. If you never put off saving money, you'll always be broke. And you may even wind up with a negative in your bank account if you're putting off saving money and all you're doing is spending it and you have no self-discipline or self-control. Did you promote good health last week for yourself? That's important. No matter what you do, you can eat healthy, exercise, but you got to start somewhere, right? And we all need and want and should want at least good health. It's important. You want to be healthy for yourself, for your children, for your grandchildren, for your spouse, for your partner. You want to be healthy. But it starts within you. So you got to look at yourself and see where you lack discipline. And if your children are out of control, look at yourself. Are you out of control? Do you set the standards in your household? Children live what they learn. Are you a good role model? Those are questions you can ask yourself. So bringing it home, to improve your self-discipline, John Maxwell tells us to sort out our priorities. Think about which 2 or 3 areas of life are most important to you. Write them down along with the disciplines that you must develop to keep growing and improving in those areas. Develop a plan to make the disciplines a daily or weekly part of your life. It's good to write things down because when you write them down, you tend to retain them more and it reinforces things. Just like when you're taking notes for a test and you're writing notes down or you're in a classroom or virtual learning, it reinforces. Writing down the important notes. And then list the reasons. Take the time to write out the benefits of practicing the disciplines you've just listed. Then post the benefits someplace where you'll see them daily. Maybe on your refrigerator. Maybe on your mirror or a bulletin board in your office if you're going in your office daily. Or if you're sitting at a table and you have a stand, a paper stand. You can post them there wherever you feel that you can. Maybe in your car, who knows, or on your phone and it gives you a message. You set a message and it'll pop up. These are my disciplines that I'm going to practice daily. Take the time to write them out and practice them as you listed them. Then post the benefits somewhere where you will see them. On the days when you don't want to follow through, reread your list and find out why you don't want to follow through. Is it because you're afraid? Is it because you think you can't do it today? Is it because you think you're not going to be able to meet whatever goal it is, so you don't even try? But think about it. When you put your list down and write it down, and you don't do it, think about why you made the excuse not to. And then get rid of excuses. Write down every reason why you may not be able to follow through with your disciplines. Read through them. And if it doesn't catch on, go back and read through them again. You need to dismiss them as the excuses they are. Even if a reason seems legitimate, find a solution to overcome it. Don't leave yourself any reasons to quit. Remember, only in the moment of discipline do you have the power to achieve your dreams. You have to be disciplined. If you're going to achieve your dreams, you have to be disciplined. That is so true. No one ever made it without being disciplined. You may think so, but even in your studies, you got to be disciplined. You got to set time every day to be disciplined, to study, to read, to do the assignments every day. In leadership, getting your work done and supervising, getting reports done. Even if you have to work on a report a little each day before it's due, don't wait till the last minute to work on something to get it done. Start ahead of time. And if it's something that's going to take you a while to get done, start weeks in advance, even if it's little by little. That way, when it's almost due and the deadline is here, you can go and look over your notes, look over what you've done so far. And if you need to redo something, fix something, errors, typos, grammatical errors, whatever it is, content, context, whatever, don't make excuses. And when find yourself making excuses, pray about it and ask God to remove the excuses. Remove these thoughts that hinder me from getting it done. Remove these thoughts that hinder me from moving forward to do what I need to do. Lord, help me to not make excuses for the things I need to get done. We say so many times, God, you know our heart. God knows our heart, but do we really want to admit that we know our heart too? Because God knows our heart. And most of us know our heart too. But we don't always want to admit that our heart makes excuses a lot of times. And we have got to remove the excuses from our heart to meet our goals. And then don't leave yourself any reasons to quit. Remember, only in the moment of discipline do you have the power to achieve your dreams. And let's do a daily takeaway. A nursery in Canada displays this sign on its wall. The best time to plant a tree is 25 years ago. The second best time is today. Plant the tree of self-discipline in your life today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video, to share the video, and if you're not a subscriber, to please subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you all for stopping by my channel. You are truly appreciated, and I appreciate you viewing the videos and sharing them. And the other thing is that, again, this is coming from John. I had to think, I lost my train of thought, but John C. Maxwell, the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader, becoming the person that others will want to follow. And so I missed yesterday, but we're going to be in the next chapter is 19. We have a few more chapters to go, and I hope that you're getting something out of these videos and that you are sharing them with others, even if you don't need the information, but maybe someone else can utilize the information. And I was just on a channel that I really admire, the young man, and a lot of good things were said, and a lot of the things that we were talking about and discussing in the chat was about leadership qualities and getting it done and supporting one another and being better as us as Black people, just doing it the right way. And so I want to just encourage each and every one of you that if you're struggling with something, that you pray about it, and that you make a list of the things that you're making excuses for, and make a list of your goals so that you can start to meet your goals. And then take time to reflect. Take time to reflect on why you're making excuses and why you're not meeting your goals. Because God wants to help someone. He wants to help someone to be better. He wants to help someone lead a more excellent life. He wants to help you meet your goals. And remember that as long as they're aligned with God's word, doors will open for you. And remember, when they don't open, God has a reason. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe it's not in his plans. But always remember, prayer changes things. So God bless you all on today. Peace.